Hey, Missy. How's it going? Gotta fix my chair now. Always gotta fix something here. Hi, Cat. Let's see, Cat, Missy. Raise up my chair here. Otherwise, the arms slide up under the table and get caught up under there. The arms get caught up under there. Hi, Terry. Terry, recent I loved your recent prompt page. Hi, me, Pamela, Linda. Anybody else coming in? Let's see. I try to catch everybody first thing. I got a big fluffy shirt on today. Let's see. Yeah, we had rain yesterday yesterday, and I think it's supposed to be nice today. Hi, Icy, Christina. So I'm going to try to get to the post office after the stream because tomorrow it's supposed to rain again. So if I can get today before it rains. Let's see. Butterfly, green. I think green's in Oz. Christina. Who else? So thanks everybody for being here. Sip of my water. Got my lemon water here. Malibu is sleeping down on the little pallet I made her, her own little bed. It makes her happy. I took a picture of her this morning to send to Hubs. I'll show it to y'all. Let's see. Well, let's flash out. Can't really see it. There we go. Let's see. Who else? I know, she is so sweet. She is so sweet. So I thought we'd do these little panels today. I have some stuff laid out on this side on 3 other panels. I got the blank ones here. Let's see. Janet said, "I was early doors to walk." Oh my God. If y'all missed Janet's conspiracy chicken journal she's starting, if y'all missed that on Monday, you need to go see that. Oh my gosh. It is awesome. We all want copies. We all want copies of it when she's done. It's amazing, Janet. High View and Makes. Cindy Daly. Let's see. Scrolling. Laverne. Jackie D. Good morning, Jackie D. I don't know if I recognize you. Hi, Dot. So, yeah. Going to do a little collage. I pulled some stuff out of the Timekeeper's Atlas. I think I showed you all this book when Samantha was here week before last. So, yeah. I've already cut into it. And I got some stuff laid out over here, but I'm not going to show y'all yet. We're going to work on it step by step. So, yeah, I do need a piece. I do need some, what do you call it? Do I have some in here? Wax paper. Might have to go downstairs. Let me go downstairs and get a sheet of wax paper so I'm not making a big mess. Hang on. Be right back. Well, I must be out of it or I just can't find it. And I think I'm out of it in here too. I usually keep some in behind journals. Here's a little piece. But I don't have any. I'll just have to use, I will just have to use some big sheet of paper or something. Well, if I can find one of those. All right, well, you'd think in an art studio I'd have big sheets of paper just right handy. Let's just use some of this. Okay. All right, let's see. Barbara, chicken pot pie, Marguerite. Make sure the chair down just a little. There we go. And I'll zoom in when we start working. Let's see. Brooke with an E. Who else? Have I caught everybody so far coming in? Angie. Becky Hernandez. Scrolling back, trying to catch everybody. So thanks everybody for being here. I thought we'd work out of this collage soup book today. Guess we could just get started. Let's go ahead and zoom in and start. There we go. All right. There. So I have a plan for these three, and we'll see what else I decide to do. But I do have a little bit of a plan. I put colors. I've already did some fussy cutting. So you don't have to watch me do too much of that stuff. Thanks, Kat. Kat put in a link to the book. Hi, CB. Put it in caps if you're talking to me and make sure you have all messages clicked at the top so you see everything. So what's everybody else working on this week? Anything? Reading anything good? Let's go right here. Okay, let's see. I think I'll just get a little brush here. Let's get a little brush or two. Let's go with that one. Let's see. Oh, we finally got a little rain in San Antonio. Oh, good. That's where I grew up. I grew up in San Antonio. Let's see. Scrolling. Thanks, everybody. Okay, we're going to get crack-a-lacking. All right, so I have a plan. Believe it or not, I have a plan. We'll start with a little bit of the black acrylic paint because I know kind of where I'm going to go with this. And then I'm going to do 3 panels, and on each one I have a different color. So one's going to have this kind of orange. One's going to have Miss My thank you message, Didi, for you got some happy mail. Okay, well, Dot, you probably have more coming. You win all the time, so you probably have more happy mail coming. All right, and then this sunset gold color. Well, kind of a yellowy color. All right, so I have a little bit of a plan. And I'm going to collage on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down where I know the background's going to be. They're kind of all similar, but just different colors. So I'm just going to kind of chill, try not to rush too much today because I'm always rushing in our stream. So today we're just going to chill and collage. Hi, Keeks. Do I need to turn the brightness down just a tad? There we go. Cindy Daly said hi to Keeks. 331 Christina. So yeah. So I have 6 of these little wood panels, and, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start painting the 3 colors that I got laid out over here that I've already cut out. I've already done some fussy cutting, and let's see. The string needs to be tucked. There we go. I got my, let's see, Keeks said she got her print. Oh, you're welcome, Keeks. It's always nice to know when Happy Mail makes it, isn't it? So yeah, on Monday, oh my gosh, I can't, I can't get over how good Janet's conspiracy chicken journal is. Oh my gosh, I mean, if I have to beg, borrow, steal to get a copy of that book when she's done. And it's almost time for, I hope everybody's got their artist trading cards in to Janet for the swap that's due on the 31st, which, what day does that fall on? What day is today? Today's 28, 29, 30, 31. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So by Monday, anyway. And I think Janet will probably on Monday. Are you going to show them all again, Janet, or not? You're going to show all of them, or at least say everybody that turned them in, and maybe show 1 or 2 of them. I don't know if she'll have time to show all the sets of every person, but maybe she will. I don't know. All right, so there's that. And let me clean my brush. I got some baby wipes over here. Hi, Kimberly. Right, Green? Wasn't it good? I'm just cleaning my brush behind me. I keep my water behind me because, you saw me last week, or was it Monday, knock my whole glass of water over. All right, so now I'm going to do each one another area with the color. Again, these are going to be, no, that doesn't matter. It's going to be covered up there. And if it's not covered up, I'll just fill in any areas. You like your fish disc, Riri? All right, somebody, and I always assume, for my first assumption is that it's Riri that sends me things, because Riri sends me books and things, and this isn't really something that she would send me, but somebody sent me. It was on my porch this morning. The Distress Black Soot refill. I guess somebody thought my black soot ink pad was going dry, so they sent me a refill. If anybody wants to fess up to who sent me this, I will send you a thank you. So let's see. Did Janet say she's talking about the ATCC? Oh, but talking to CB. So not you, Riri. Okay, well, whoever sent me this, if you want to fess up, I will send you a thank you. Because my black soot is going a little bit. It's not quite dry, but it was going a little. So thank you to whoever sent me that. It was on my porch this morning. Oh my gosh, y'all are awesome, I'll tell you. Uh-oh, I got some orange on there. I went right across the orange there, so I'll have to go back on that black. So let's get the colors down here. Like I said, if there's any areas that didn't get filled in, I'll fill them in. It was you, Pamela? Oh my gosh, thank you, Pamela. I'm going to write you down. I'm going to write you down for a thank you. I appreciate that. There was, sometimes there's little notes of who, ink refill. Okay. So I will send you out something. Thank you, Pamela. That's so sweet. Yeah. Thanks, Riri. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's go back over this black right in here where I splash the orange on there. Flo, who else is here? I love saying hi, Flo. Don't y'all love saying hi, Flo? Hi, Flo. All right. So, and then any of this that I have left over here, I'll get out my desk journal and throw some of these colors in there so I don't waste the paint. I don't know why I thought I needed this much anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'll have to probably dry this. I'll leave a little bit just in case I need some filler. But let's see, where's my desk journal here that I use for leftovers. Let's just move this up here, this down here, and let's just scrape in some. Do I have a place to, like this one right here could probably use some of this. It could use some of this orangey yellow color. And then I'll get out the heat gun to dry all this too. So I'm going to start with these 3, and then I'll probably do the other 3 as well, because I have 6 of them, 6 of these little wood panels. And so I laid out 3 just to get started right away. And then I haven't laid out anything for the others. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little of this down here. It's just fun to, throw down paint. And you don't even have to, it doesn't have to be anything. You're just using up the leftovers. All right, there we go. All right, let me get my heat tool plugged in. Something happened to Flo. Okay, everything good. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. All right, I'm going to turn on the heat tool, guys. This has got a big blob right there. Let's just get some of that blob off. Well, that'll take forever to dry that. So y'all have no idea what I'm going to do yet. Let's turn down the brightness again. I'll set my desk journal aside. And we'll continue to add to whatever. All right, let me rinse out my brush. All right. Now, let's see. I'm going to need some, what do you call it, matte medium. All righty. My birthday gift from Janet every year is matte medium. Oh, I love you, Janet. And always keep a plastic bag over the top so you don't glue your, I don't think I'm going to need too much, at least not at the beginning. So you don't glue the lid to the bag. And every now and then you got to change the baggie because it does get a little crusty. All right, let's see. Thanks everybody for being here. All right, is this dry? I don't know if I got it dry enough. That one, nope. I gotta dry this just a little bit more. And I don't care what gets on the back because I paint the backs at the end of the everything done, and everything's varnished and everything. Then I paint the back. Thank you, Flo. The one thing I did not pull was my gold pen to do the edging. Let's see. We'll see if this one's working. I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know which one's working until you try it. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is a little stenciling. So I pulled a stencil out that I thought might have some small areas on it because I just want a little bit of stenciling with gold. Let's put that right there for a minute. Let's go over here with some gold. I put the gold up. See, y'all don't even know what I'm going to do yet. All right, I was going to put a little gold out and a little, let me get a dry sponge. You always want to make sure it's a dry sponge when you, hi, Devin. You always want to make, and Brenda A., when you stencil, you want to make sure it's a dry brush. Otherwise, you'll get stuff creeping up underneath your stencil. And you still want to be a little careful, you know. All right, so what I want is, I just want a little bit of stenciling around here on the back. It doesn't have to be in any kind of necessarily pattern. I just want stenciling back here. So let's just, just some little pattern of some kind. Let's see if this is going to work. Otherwise, I'll just have to get out my ink and draw something. But I think I just want something to fill in there. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's look at what happens. There we go. That's good. It doesn't have to be, exact because most of this is going to get covered up. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, that's good. Oh, maybe just, I think that's going to be covered up too. Maybe just a little right up here. There we go. All right. Same thing on the other two. Okay. Might need one little bit of something right there. Okay. All right. This one. So Samantha, she goes to London next week. She's already got an internship position, a job at a store. I don't really want to say where and all that yet, but so it looks like she'll be working because they go to school and they work while they're there, and so it looks like she's got her a job. She's got a job in London. All right, there we go. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and dry it. And I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the water to clean out later. Dee Dee, you are being very, oh, it's just that I prepped a little bit this time. Y'all know I don't usually prep. I'll just open the book and start playing. This time I prepped a little, just a little. And all right, let me dry these. Hi, Joyce. Okay, now let's go ahead and get my matte medium here and another brush. Let's get a little bit bigger brush. Oh, this one looks pretty good. Let me get it damp. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the orange one here. I'm going to put out that medium. Hopefully my paint's all dry. Otherwise, I'll be smearing paint. All right. Here we go. Let's start with, I'm going to come over here and look at my little piece I got laid out. Let's kind of see exactly where I want this to be. Okay. Like I said, I already fussy cut a little bit of stuff out. Out of this book. So y'all didn't have to watch me fussy cut. Isn't that nice? Of course, if I do 3 more, you'll have to watch me fussy cut that. Okay. I get a card to scrape it down. And the only thing, I did not just decide yet what I want to do down here. So we'll see. Let's make sure this is nice and mashed. And I can tilt it and see if I've missed any places that aren't mashed down good. All right, there's one. I'll go ahead and mash it down so when I lay the other one on top, make sure it's really flat. And we'll varnish them and everything. Oh, thanks, Keeks. Oops, gotta come over. Well, no, I think I'll just cut that off there. I do like it right there, so let's just trim it. Okay, there's the second one. I know y'all are probably talking to me and I'm not seeing it. Just a minute. Might do a little bit of touch up with some pencil. You gotta wait till it dries, or I can really make sure it's real dry. All right, last little piece here. All right. All right, so I gotta have to repaint. It needs a second coat there anyway, so. All right. So let's go ahead and let me get the excess matte medium out of the brush before I put in the water. All right. All right. Swap this around. Bye, Green. Thanks for stopping in. I'm pretty sure Green is in Australia. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and dry this, and then I'll add another coat down there, and then maybe some, I know what I'll add. All right, there's a little bit of excess there. All right, now let me get my little brush here and go ahead, because I think what I'm going to do while this is wet, well, the paint is wet, I think I'll drop in a couple of gold flakes. Let's do that. Let's just add a little bit of gold flakes in here. The whole thing's going to get varnished over too. Just a little bit. Give it a little sparkle. The whole thing's going to get varnished and make it glossy either way. There we go. Okay. Now let me clean my brush. And let's go over here to the teal one. Get this. I'm just kind of getting it wet so that I can lay down the little bit of gold leaf stuff here. The stuff is so fly away. Okay, just a touch. I think that's plenty. All right, now let's go ahead, clean my brush again. Okay. Just a little random gold leaf. Okay. Now, let me clean my brush. All righty. Thank you, Tina. Let's see, Jennifer. Anybody else? I said hi to Cindy. Anybody else I'm missing? All right, so now let's see if that's going to be. It needs to, I think I need to tap on some matte medium. Well, I don't really want to matte it because it'll dull the shine. But I'm afraid if I heat gun it. I got to be careful here. If I heat gun it, I'm afraid I'm going to just, dry it and it's going to fly off. So let's tap it in so it's stuck into the paint at least. Hopefully. All right. So there we go. Now I want to do a little gold. Let's see, where's my gold pen here. Let's see if this one's working. Y'all still with the tour? Okay. All right, wait a minute. There's still some wet paint on the edge. Let's make sure I got all that done. Then we're going to go in with the little pencil. And I want to go ahead and varnish and everything. As long as I make sure my paint's dry or I hit the varnish. So y'all know I usually do the round discs. All different sizes of the round disc. I came across these the last time I was at Hobby Lobby. And I said, well, I'm going to try some of these. So I might do these. Oh, I got a little glue right there. We'll have to touch that up. I don't want to get in there too much with my fingers are sticky. You got to be careful not to mess with the paper while it's wet. So I'm going to just put a little bit of and I'm going to go in here with some pencil, like I said. I like that. It brings out the black. Okay. All right. So let's set that one. Rinse out my brush. Hi, Cat and Paste. Cat and Paste did a video this morning. It was good. You'll have to watch it later. Don't go watch it now. But she did a good video this morning. Well, I saw it this morning. I'm not sure exactly when she posted it. You did enable me to buy a color book, though, Cat and Paste. I don't buy too many color books anymore. I do have the new, the the creepy, what's a girl that does the creepy, the manga creepy kind of. I have her new one in my cart for when it comes out. It doesn't come out for a couple months, I think. Maybe not till October. Let's see, Karen. Hi, Karen. I got Karen's address, so I got her mail out. And I will go over on the sides too after, and I paint the backs black. But I do that after I varnish in case I get any varnish on the back. It won't leave a shiny spot on the black matte back. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I want to come. Yes. Thanks, View. Rico. Yes. I have heard she has a new book coming out. Yes, you did, Cat and Paste. But Camilla has a new book coming out. I think it's Cats. It's actually a cat book. And I have that in my cart for when it does come out. It's not out yet. So, all right, let's see. And this particular one, this Deco Color, this one does have a smell. They all don't have a smell. This is Deco Color. Marvy Cheetah. So some of them have a smell, some don't. I'll have to make some gold stars on my background now. All right, let me get some fresh baby wipes. All right, let's see. Hi, Leah. Anybody else coming in? Thanks, everybody. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and just kind of dry it. Let's get everything nice and dry. See, I don't want to blow that off if it's, the gold. It'll be fine once I put the varnish on. So I want to do a couple things. I'll get out my gold paint here. Got my new jar. I think I might have a little bit left in here. Not much left in this one. I have a new one ready to go. But let's see if we can use up some of this. All right, let me get a small brush. A small brush, and there we go. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm just going to add a little bit of gold. Some gold accents. I don't know if I want to do watch hands. I think I'll just leave them. All right, we'll see. All right, so I'm going to go in here with, and you won't be able to see it much while I'm doing this, but once I hold it up, you'll be able to see. I just want a few little gold extra. Maybe this little. Okay. This needs to go around some. There we go. And maybe a little in the butterfly. Just some little flecks. And let's see, maybe I'll put some antennae. Thanks, Tina. Hi, Tina. How you doing? Just get a little around the edges of these flowers. And the butterfly. It's a little bump of something there. It's a little bit more up here. Alrighty. Thanks, Keys. Wait till you see them when they're varnished. They always look so much better when they're nice and varnished. Okay. I have to keep dipping because there's not hardly anything left in the jar. I'm trying to use it up. There we go. All right. Glue down there. All right, I think I need a little bit more. Okay, now I want to get a black pencil out and do a little bit of darkening around some areas. So let me get a black, have a pencil right here. Let's see, over here my pencils. Thanks, Tori. Hi. Anybody else coming in I missed? Thanks, Linda. All right, so what I want to do now is I just want to get a few areas which, when this is covered up with the varnish, you won't see any pencil marks or anything like that. But I just want to get a little bit of darker areas, a couple, like right in her hair, right in here. I could give all of them just a little bit of a highlight in their eyes. What do y'all think? Tiny. It's got to be tiny. I probably will end up making it go bye-bye with the varnish. But I'm going to try just to put a little life in their eyes. I don't know if you can, let me see if y'all can tell the difference. What do y'all think? Doesn't it look better with just a little bit of life in their eyes? But again, when I go to varnish it, if that's not, I'll try to make sure to hit it with the heat tool because it's so small, it's such a small dot of white. If I rub on it too much with the varnish, it might make it go away. So I have to be careful. And she, for some reason, has these big eyelashes on one eye and not on the other. Let me give her a little more eyelashes on that side too. You know, they're compiling. So that eye might not have been her eye. So, all right, let's get a little. All right, let's go to this one. Hi, Nanamo. That eye just looks so weird because it was like something weird with that eye. I don't know if I could really fix it. Probably could, but let's see. First, let's make it a shape. It's almost like there's two eyes right there in one. So let's go ahead and put this on, and then I will go back over it with something. Let's see if I can fix it. I don't know. That eye's just so much bigger than the other one, and I don't like it. So you know what we're going to do? Oh, yes. Yes, we are. Hang on. I'm going to find, let's just dig through here. Let's see what I got torn out already. We're going to give her a monocle. Let's give her a monocle. Let's give her a steampunk. Just don't like that her eye's wonky. So we're going to put a little bit of matte medium. We're going to give her a monocle. There we go. Let's see. Did I say hi to you, Brenda? Yeah, sunglasses. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a monocle. She can be a Borg. She can be part Borg or something. All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and dry this. I see some of my gold leaf. I need to varnish. Need to varnish this baby down. Then we're going to do 3 more. Well, not necessarily. She could see out of that. She could see out of that. She could be a Borg. Borgs can see out of the whole thing. All right, let me get my varnish here. Hang on. And I just use Deco Art High Gloss Americana Interior Exterior High Gloss water based. You got to make sure it's water based. You don't want to be cleaning up a bunch of oil based stuff. It's water based. All right, let me get some of the glue off my hands here. Am I missing anybody coming in? I might be missing people. Thanks everybody for being here. All right, so let's see. Is that all I want to do? Do I want anything else? I think that's good. Let me push my little strings out of the way here so I'm not going to drag those through the varnish. Okay. So usually when I varnish, if you don't like to touch the varnish, I would recommend not using a paintbrush, but using a foam, the sponge brushes, so you don't get brush marks. Maybe you like brush marks. That's fine too. Thanks, Devin. So I just use my fingers. And again, I will end up painting the edges again gold, and I'll paint the backs black and sign them and everything on the back. So let's see what we can do here. So I usually just put a blob in the middle like this, and then I kind of hold it here, and I just start working my way out. And I'm trying to be a little extra careful over the gold leaf there. Okay, and it does dry clear. By the end of the stream, you'll probably be able to tell kind of what I leave them overnight. I don't ever do anything with them until they've at least set 24 hours. All right, and then you can tilt it to see if you've missed any areas, and it'll level out. I mean, don't too blumpy, but it'll level out. All right, so there's one, and I'll just move this whole sheet here in a minute. Again, I want to be a little extra careful over the gold here, the gold leaf. Then I'll go wash my hands. Don't need a whole lot. And you can always put a second coat, but make sure you've let it sit for a few hours before you put a second coat on if you want a second coat. All right, let me tilt it and see if I've missed any places. Because you can see where the shine is and isn't. Okay, last one. Again, being careful over the gold leaf. And just a dab more. Nope, just a little bit more. I can feel it. You can tell it when you do it with your fingers. You can tell when there's an area that's dry, that's not coated. You can feel it. So when you do stuff with your fingers, you can tell things that you couldn't with the paintbrush. Okay. All right. Okay, let me go wash my hands real quick, guys. All right, I didn't get every bit of paint off, but I got most of the glue and varnish off. All right, now let me catch up with chat. Thanks, Tori. Thank you. All right. And if y'all don't follow Tori and Terry Brett on IG and Cat and Paste, who else might be missing? Y'all need to follow them on IG and Cat and Paste on YouTube and on IG. All right, so there we go. And Devin streams at 3 Eastern today. All right, so let's go ahead and move this off of the table. I'll need to. That's not going to work. Let me do this because they're going to flop down on the floor. All right, let's move that, and then just move this one. We'll look at them again at the end of the stream. All right, now let's get another fresh piece of paper. This is just this tissue stuff you can get at craft stores. All right. Let's see what we can do. I got 3 more. Now these other ones I haven't planned these out, so y'all have to watch me fussy cut and whatever with these other 3. Okay, but I might do a giveaway for people that stick around. So I have 3 more. They came in a pack of 6. I can't remember how much they cost, but you know, they're always on sale for 40% off. So let's see here. Let me get a sip of my lemon water, check on chat. Good water. I don't want to knock it over like I did last week. Okay. Let's go ahead and brighten it back up now. We got to kind of go back and forth between the brightness and the tone down, depending on where we are in the process. All right. So I can move a few things out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and look through here. And I still have these 3 colors out. Maybe we can still use something with these 3 colors because look, I still got a lot of paint there. So let's see what we can do. Let's just flip through the book. I have no plans. Maybe I should do a black background. I don't know. We'll see. and still use more of the stencil and do all that. All right, let's see. I have to probably. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn the brightness back down. Constant shuffle with the lighting. Now remember, they're not too big. You know, she's a little too big for one of these. I mean, not necessarily, but I mean, I'd want to save her for one of my big discs. Same for her. You know, I'd want to save it for a big disc. So there's some gentlemen. We could do a couple guys. We hardly ever do guys. Let's see. I like him. He's a little angry. Here's some more watches. I could use some of these if I don't want to use her, which I do like her. We'll see. See, again, kind of too big. I mean, she'd fit, but that would just be just the face. I'd rather have some other things along in there, you know. Some scraps. These are good for my desk journal. Now, he would fit. He would fit in there. So would he. Should we do these two gentlemen? Maybe. Let's do these two gentlemen. He's too big. But these two faces would be good. But I want to do 3. So we'll have to find one more. Oh, and I do like these. He's too puppety. He looks like a puppet. He might fit. He's too big. Too big. These would all work, but now I'm doing my gentleman. So I like that. It's kind of big, though. I do like some of this stuff. See, I use these books, and I don't make copies. Very rarely. It has to be something really special for me to make a copy. Those girls would be good on each, you know, cut each one out to do something like this. Okay, we got some more gentlemen. Let's see. Do I like one of these? This one's kind of, you can't see his face very well, but I do like these other two. Maybe I should do one of these. This guy in the middle, maybe. Okay, so we'll put this one back in here. See, like each one of those would be good. These would be good for artist trading cards. These would be good for ATC size. All right, let's fix the lighting again. Let's see. Well, on the page and something on the other side. Yeah, I know, Angie. That's why you either buy 2 books or you pick your favorite. And people make copies. I mean, I know people make copies. Oh, well, I don't want to lose this side, so I just like using the actual pages. It's just, I just like it. But these would all be good artist trading cards. These girls would be good for this size. I like the chairs too. A chair might be good. Let's see, do I have enough room? Let me see how big these. But I want the watches. So the chairs, these aren't big enough for the faces and the chairs. And these are good for a little background. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the gold paint on with the stencil. These girls would be perfect size. I only got, there's 6 in a pack. So these girls, I'd have to put these on either get some more of these or put them on it. Yeah, I'd probably have to get some more of these because I think these girls would be good on this size rather than a circle, you know. So I'll have to get another pack of these. I only bought the 1 pack just to see if I like doing them on the rectangles because I love my circles. I love my circle discs. I like these too. All right, and that too. Okay, so let's put this aside. And let's see here. Y'all up for another set? Let's see. We're going to have to do them all portrait size again. All right. Let's brighten us back up, back and forth, back and forth. If I put on the auto light, then it goes, you know, and just clicks in and out of light. So I turn the auto light off and just do it myself. All right, so let's see. We're going to need some of these watches. Let's go ahead and cut these gentlemen out. So y'all don't have to just watch me fussy cut. Let's see how much, probably right about the bow, at the bow tie. At the bow tie. And that still may be a little. Yeah, I could cut a little of his hat off the top. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'd love to have the bow tie, but that I might have to just lose a little bit of the hat. Let's see. There's a little fuzz up there. I'll just cut that down. All right. Alrighty. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, see, I'd have to cut a little bit, just enough of the bow tie so you could see it. And you could still see the hat. So that's what we're going to do. And you can just, you know, do that and make a mark so you can see where to cut. Of course, I'm going to gold edge it so it doesn't have to be exact. But now I can see exactly where to cut with the mark that I just made, or the dent, if you will. There we go. All right, let's see. Who am I missing? Coming in. Mary's Art. Hi, Mary. Scrolling. In case I missed anybody. Put it in caps if you want me to. You rip. I rarely like to use the same image twice. So once I've done this gentleman here, I'm probably not going to want to do another one, you know, because I have so many different pictures. You know, I'm not going to just keep repeating the same image. So I don't mind cutting up an image. Now, sometimes you have to pick a front or a back. That can be, you know, a little, you know, which one? Hi, Mama Juju. But to you know, I don't mind using like my only image. It has to be something extra, something that I just can't stand to not, you know, have. But for the most part, there's just so many good images that, you know, I'm not going to run out. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to run out of something, you know. All right, let's see. Let's do this gentleman here. And again, let's kind of lay him out here. Maybe just past his collar. We'll have to probably trim some of that off too. But let's cut them all out and maybe just trim a little of the hat down again. Trim a little bit just so I have a little extra with his collar. Okay. So let's see right about there. I'll just trim a little. I'll keep his collar and have to trim his hat down just a little. Again, just oh. There we go. This looks a little off somehow. Let's round that out a little or something. Okay. Very cool. All right, what was my third guy? That was a littler one. One of him. This guy, maybe. This almost looks like a fireman for some reason. I think it's the what do you call it? The jacket. Let's do this guy right here. Let's see, Joanne, Toad Road. That Toad Road. Okay, hang on. I know who you are. You're not Toad Road. I got to think of who you are. Why can't I think of your name? It's been at least a year since I've seen you. Toad Road. Oh my gosh, I'm going to feel so stupid. Over at Phil's. Seeing you at Phil's. Oh my gosh. Help me out here. Why can't I think of your name? It's because it's been so long since you've been online. Adam. Thank you, Adam. It's been so long. I hope you're doing well. I mean, you disappear. Adam's one of those people that disappears online for years at a time. Then he comes back and it's like, I know you. Because I recognize that his Toad Road is the name of his comic. But I could not remember Adam. Thank you. It's good to see you, Adam. Adam's a hoot. Okay, so I do like that. All right, so they're just different sizes, but that's okay. We'll put a big watch behind him. Let's see, and a couple of small, maybe a little small watch on. Can't see much there. So let's see. Let's get one of the big, or even a couple of, like steampunk, because that's the era we're doing here. All right, let's see. But I need something kind of big behind him. So let's go with this one. Sorry, Adam. It's just been a while. It's been a while, Adam. Hope you're doing well. Am I missing anybody else? Aw, good to see you too. I hope you're okay or doing well. I don't even know if you're still on Facebook. I never see you over there either. But it's good to see you. There we go. All right, let's save these watches. Oh, this one's a good one. That one might be good for a part here. Just a little bit. Oh, it's not. I want some color because I do want to do. I do want to use some. Well, that teal color is not that right color. We'll have to get out some other. We'll get out some copper or something, or we can get out another color. Another shade of blue. Another. This is not teal. It's just like a light blue. All right, let's see here. Let me cut this out, and then we'll see how much we can get behind each one. Because again, we're going to paint the backgrounds black with. I think I'll just go ahead with the gold. I was thinking copper, but if we move him over just a little. Where do I want it? Do I want it over here? I think I want it right there. But let's turn it so that the gold part. I think I want it right there. Okay. All right. Now we need something for this gentleman. Can move him over a little too if we need to. All right, let's see. Maybe some of this. Maybe this yellow one or this orange one. I'm looking at his glasses there. Have a little bit of yellow tint. So I like this one. This one's got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if I can keep some of those little gear areas there showing. Move it down just a little. Cut off some of the edge there. That's fine. All right, I got to trim this then. There we go. What do y'all think? To trim his hat here. So I can move him over a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. I like it. Fun already, Devin? Thank you, Tori. All right, now let's see. What else do I want to do? Do I just want to go ahead and start painting the background like a color? Do I want to do it black with gold like I did the stenciling on the girls? I got to think for a minute how I want to do this. Let's put all these pieces away. I think we got enough. Just love all this though. It's just not big, very big. We can just do some stenciling. We could do, let's see, do I want to do, I got leaves. Leaves might be good in the background. These are just, I like these because they're small, you know, small details that will show up like this. Like that right there. You know what I need to do? Here, let's just do this. The stencil is like hard to work. So we'll just cut this down. We're just going to cut this stencil down into a more useful, there we go, more useful way to use it. But I think I like this. So we'll put all this to the side. And we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to paint the backs black and then gold, this gold. It'll show up. It'll make them stand out too from the background. All right, let's go ahead and just lay these out like this. And I'm just going to paint. I'm going to go ahead and do the paint and the stencil. Let's see. You like me to think? You like hearing me think out loud? Well, you know, I want y'all to know my process, and so I do say it out loud. And people go, "Do you talk out loud when you're by yourself?" No, but I would be saying the same thing that you're hearing me say out loud. I'd be saying that in my head, but I don't talk out loud unless you know it's a cuss word or something. If I do something like cut a finger or something. No, don't worry, Angie. We'll try not to do that today. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and paint the backgrounds black. We're going to start with that. It's going to be black and gold backgrounds. So do y'all have any questions, comments, things you want to see in the future? I did finish one of the color book pages that we did a couple weeks ago. I might have a little touch-ups to do, but I'm pretty much done with it. But I haven't posted it yet. But if y'all have anything y'all want to see me do, or, you know, supplies to use that we don't use all the time, let me know. You talk. If y'all missed the 3 girls that we did earlier, I'll show them again here in a little bit. They're sitting behind me, letting the varnish set for a minute. And again, I don't care if the paint gets on the back of these because I paint the backs black after the fact, after the varnish is dry and everything's done. I go in and paint the backs black and outline the edges with gold, copper, silver, whatever color we're working with. I want to see you unlock that door when I get there early. Janet. And oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough, guys. If y'all did not see Janet's uh, conspiracy chicken, if our conspiracy chicken journal she's working on, oh my gosh, it's just so we love it, Janet. We love it. But if y'all have anything you want to see in particular, just let me see here or leave me a comment later on the comments. All right, let me get the excess paint out of my brush, clean it. All right. All right, let's see. Now let's go ahead and put out a little more gold. I'll get another dry sponge because you always want to have a dry sponge when you stencil. All right, so let's see here. And I just have all these different makeup sponges. Okay, so let's see here. All right, that's not quite dry right there. Let me see if that one's drier. All right, so I just want to kind of decide where he's going to sit so I know where to stencil, where it's going to, I want it to show up. All right. One there, half there, and a little of there. I think I can kind of, let's just lay them over here so I can kind of guesstimate. All right. Well, as much showing as possible. Can y'all see okay? Thank you, Tina. All right, then I'm going to want a little behind here. Most of this is getting covered up, All right. I don't know if I want to etch. I don't know. I think I'll go in here with some gold accents or something, like, you know. There we go. Right? Doesn't that look elegant? Does it need just a little something right there? Maybe just a little piece of a little something, something. I think it does. Let's just get a little swirly bit. What did I say it was going to go? Yeah, right next to it. Just a little tiny bit of swirl right there. Okay. All right, we're going to set him aside for a minute. And let's bring our next gentleman down here. Y'all still with the tour? Yeah, that's what I wanted, Devin, to look like an old, you know, wallpaper, like a Victorian or, you know, wallpaper. Exactly. Let's see. Okay, a little bit down here. I think that's. Oh, I might need some more down here. We'll put some more down here, even though depending on how much gets covered up. Okay. All right. Throw that there. I kind of like it up there. Okay, it needs a little bit right there. Okay. Let's see. Still with the Tortina. Let's see. Hello, Ellen. Anybody else coming in? Okay. He just needs to like all the way around, like there. There. Okay. And this gold metallic gets a little sticky as it's drying. So, and I'm trying to keep it thin. Try to get as much in as possible. Alrighty. All right. And I'll have gold around the edges too, you know, with the gold pen. So let's go ahead and dry these and then glue them down. If the paint is sticking to the fingers, it's making it. All right. Thanks, Tina. All right, let's see here. Put this in the water. It don't take too long. All right, let's pour out a little bit more matte medium. Sip of water. Okay. Get a little bit of the glue off. Let me get some more baby wipes. I probably should just go wash my hands again. No, it's wood. Wood panels. Wood. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, let's see. All right, where's my brush I was using for this? So much. The only way to get this matte medium really off your hands is with fingernail polish remover. Or craft scrubby sometimes if it's not too caked on, but all right, let's see. Let's see. I don't want to glue it down till I see exactly where I want it. There we go. Got black paint in this. Hang on. CB, what? Did you fly? Yeah, I am flying through. All right, let's take a card and scrape it down. Hopefully my black paint is dry. CB, did you see the girls that I did, the 3 girls that I did earlier? Were you here? I don't remember when you came in. I'll show them again here in a minute. All right, there we go. And you can turn it and see if you got any wrinkles or bubbles. And I do varnish it, which makes a difference as well. Okay, dripped it in there. Ugh. There we go. And this is golden matte medium. And then I put a gloss varnish on it when I'm done. Okay, and you want to put matte medium on the back of the image as well as on the base. And you wouldn't think it mattered, but it does if you don't want wrinkles. All right, let's see where he's going to go exactly. And I like that up there better. Okay. Anything hanging off the edge, we'll just trim. Okay. There's going to be a line there because it's behind his hat, but that's okay. Like I said, we varnish over the top. All right, let's cut this edge off here. And I do paint the backs and everything. All right, don't tear it, Dee Dee. Still wet. I should wait. I should wait. See, I stuck it to my finger. Look. See? Got to be careful. I'll just paint over it. There's nothing you can do about it when you lift it. You can't touch it when it's wet or you'll just peel it right off. So we'll just paint that in or we'll put a steampunk something right there. Okay? We'll fix it. Don't worry. Don't worry. We can fix it. Okay. Can't touch it when it's wet. Okay. We'll put some extra steampunk stuff on it. Same thing, he could use something on his hat right there. That will be good. All right, we've got to start. Let's flip this paper up here so we're not sticky. Trim that off here in a minute. All right, let's see. Get my book back. Where'd I put it? Here it is. All right, put this in the water. All right. Let's look through this a minute and see if we can find us a couple of little steampunk gears or something, which, you know, there's tons of them. Let's see what I got torn out already. I'll keep those watches. I got a whole bunch of pages already torn out. We need to just look through those because they're already ready to go here. Like this piece of watch right here will work. Trim it a little more. Okay. Trim that down in a minute. All right, let's see. Let's do a little bit more on this one. Something on the hat, maybe a little something right there. I would like a watch there, but I think that'd be too much. Let's keep going. Here we go. I like this right here. Not looking at chat for a second. Am I missing anything? Okay. Okay, and then a little something, maybe probably right there. Just a little something, something. Okay. Just a chill collage day. I do need to get this little bit off there. Didn't quite glue that little edge down. Okay. All right, don't need anything else. Let's go ahead and dry them real quick and see what else we might need. This one was like your cousin, dude? See, I touched something right there. I will fix it. One of the problems is my hands are sticky. So anytime I'm touching anything, my hands are sticky. So let me go wash my hands again. Hang on. As much off as I can without resorting to the fingernail polish remover. All right, let's see. Someone asking about the scissors. Yeah, they're cutter bees. Was somebody asking? Yes, love these. Get them on Amazon. All right, let's see now. Where's my pencil? Over here. Okay, so I got to fix that little place right there. And somehow there's some kind of a streak going across his face here. I don't know what I did. It won't show up though, I don't think, once I put the varnish on it. All right, so let's see. Let's make his little jacket just a little darker there. I got to be careful when I do this because if there's anything sticky on my hands, I'm going to peel it up. All right. So I got to be careful. Do I have any questions or anything? Or are we good? I don't see anything in caps. I look, guys, if y'all put it in caps, if you're talking to me. I do miss them sometimes, but I try not to. Add a little bit of gold in there like I did with the other one. I've colored, I haven't colored in 2 weeks. So start, yeah, I know sometimes it's hard to choose between coloring and collaging, right? I hear you, View. Hat gets a little lost in the background. I think I'll do a little gold edging on it. A little gold edging on the hat will make it stand out. Oops, you gotta be careful. It's still, it's not completely dry. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and trim anything like this right here. See? I knew it. All right, I'll just have to go in there with some gold. Let's put some black paint back in there, and then I'll put a little gold. Gotta let everything dry. I should know. I know better. I do know better. You got to let it dry before you get too ahead of the game. We'll put some gold in there. Okay, let's see what else. All right, I think I got everything else. Oh, I got to trim. See, I'm afraid to trim it. Let me get my big scissors. That's probably easier here. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, got a little bit here. I'm going to do it with my big scissors. So I can do it in one fell swoop instead of little tiny snippets. All right, so we got that. Now, let's go ahead and do the gold edging, and then we'll do some gold kuretake. Where's the one I had already? A little bit left in this one. Whoops. All right, let's see. And I'll show you the ones we've already done. All right, let's go ahead and edge these. Got to be careful because my thumb is sitting on this is not completely dry. And if I push too hard with my thumb on here, it's going to lift the paper because it's not dry yet. There we go. We'll do a giveaway a little bit. but I'm going to the post office either today or tomorrow, but these won't go out till next week because they have to dry well, especially with the varnish. The varnish has to set before you put them in the mail. So if I do a giveaway with these, they won't even get mailed till next week. Just FYI. All right, let's see. Now, so I can fix that little bit right there. Let's first get my little brush here. Oh, that's too big. Where's my little brush? Here. All right. Fix that a little bit. And add a little bit more gold in there. Alrighty. All right, let me rinse my brush. All right, I need a better brush. Need a better liner. I don't know where I set that other one. Just something with it. Digging around in my brushes here. The little ones are hard to find because they're little. Yeah, this one will probably be, no, that's too big. Digging, digging, digging. I got some little ones in here somewhere. Fine liners. Is that one gonna work? No. As a matter of fact, that one can go in the trash. Let me come around behind here. I can't reach over. There we go. No, that's too fluffy. This one. All right. Just gonna put a little bit of gold. Just a little touch here and there. Not a whole lot, just a little bit here and there. Needs one more little, there we go. Okay, then him, I think I'm gonna go in here and put little gold buttons. Let's see. I have my dot tool. I should get out the dot tool, shouldn't I, Janet? It's got a whole bunch of buttons. AI gave him a lot of buttons. Okay. Whoops, let's be careful there. Let's put a little. Okay. Now let's fix this. And you can spend a lot of time on all your little details. looks pretty good. Hi, Shelley. Just wanted to thank you for your Happy Meal goods. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Always nice when we know they made it. You know what I mean? Hi, Zandra. Anybody else I miss coming in? I'm sure I missed some people coming in. I'm not trying to. So, all right, let's see here. I'm going to scrape this off. I don't think I'm going to use any more of this. So, get rid of the card. I got tons of cards to use. I don't need to keep gift cards that are all crunchy. Oh, thanks, Leona. Did you see the other ones? I'll show them again here in a minute. Let me go ahead and make sure these are all dry as best I can, even though I gotta be careful here till they're varnished. All right. A little. Yeah, I'll fix that with the varnish. All right, I'll varnish them real quick, and then we'll do a giveaway. What time is it anyway? It's only 10:30. We're doing good on time. All right, hang on. I'll varnish, and then I'll go wash my hands really good and get all the gluey bits off, and then we'll do a giveaway here. All right, hang on. So I just put a nice big blot. Well, there's a little there. And I just, it does dry clear. And then, like I said, you can tilt it to the side and see if you've missed any spots. There's one right there. Okay, right there. Okay. Hang on, I'm not looking at chat for just a second. As soon as you tilt it to the side, you can see any little spot you missed. I'll take a quick break and go wash my hands, and I'll show you all the other ones we already finished. Thanks everybody for sticking around today. Doing little collages with and I'll take pictures of them and post them with the picture of the cover of the book. Collage Soup book. Once they've set here for a minute. You know, when they start clear, when it's clear. All right. All right. Give me just a second. Am I missing anything? Yes, I crack a lot today. All right, hang on. Let me go wash my hands and stuff. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. right, I do have to take fingernail polish remover. Let me get a little hand cream here. I did have to get the fingernail polish remover out because I could not get this stuff off with just soap and water. So, and there's still some on there, but I didn't want to take all day. Still, there's still some. I just can't. Oh, thank you, Starla, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna write you down for a thank you. Thank you, Starla. I don't know if that's somebody texting me. Hang on. Thanks, Starla. I wrote you down for a thank you. No, it's spam. Okay. Thank you, Starla, for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. Right, Kat? Thank you. All right, let's see. Janet goes, not me. Okay. All right. Still haven't got all the glue off, but I got most of it so that I'm not, because the thing is if your hands are sticky and you touch anything, you're going to mess it up. All right. So let me show you what we got back here. The ones we got here. And I'm going to I'll do one US and one international and hope the international will go as an envelope. I hope. And not as a, oh, that doesn't bend. It doesn't bend, so it's a package. We'll see. I'm going to try anyway. The last couple that went to Canada were okay. So we'll see. All right, so those are still cloudy because, all right, let's back up. These are still cloudy because I just varnished them. Let's see. Let's back up there. Do I need to back up that much? Maybe. There we go. You got a glare right there, but let's move him over here. There we go. Then we got our girls here that we did earlier. They're a little stuck to the thing. That doesn't matter because I paint the backs and everything. But they're still wet, is what I'm saying. They're just varnished. All right. So I'm going to let you pick. Hi, Diane. How you doing? Good to see you. We'll do one US, one international. Let me get my iPad over here, and I'll let y'all pick. Okay? I'll let y'all pick what you want. We're going to just do one each. One US, one international. Okay, so random.org. Verify I'm not a bot. Okay, here we go. I think we'll do US first because I think we did international first the last time. All right, so this is how it's going to work. Pay attention. I don't want to herd cats today. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, everybody see all that? I'll hold them up one more time, even though they're wet. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to wait a minute. USA only. 1 to 100. Wait till I type in go. Wait till I type in go. Hi, Roll. Roll. Of course, Roll's going to show up. I love you, Roll. Okay, we're going to do USA only. 1 to 100. Wait till I type in go. Let me try to show them to y'all so that y'all can kind of see them. Here's our Borg girl. We did her a Borg as a Borg, and that's some gold leaf in there, by the way. So there's number 1, number 2, number 3. And these are, they're still real cloudy because I literally just put the varnish on them. So they'll be real clear. They'll be real clear when they're done. 4, 5, and 6. Okay. All right, wait till I type in go. USA only. Do you know where you do what? Dot? Oh, I forget that Dot is stuck into caps, and I'm thinking, what? Dot? She's just talking in general. Okay, here we go. USA only, one number only. Don't change your number, move your number, none of that business. There we go. All right. And don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. All right. USA only, one number only, and you get to pick which one you want. They will not go out till next week because I got to set and I got to paint the backs and edge the gold on the edge. It's a little bit of a process with these. So they won't go out till next week. Let's see, what else do I got over here to pick up? I'm sitting here. So I'm going to try to go to the post office today. I do have some envelopes and I got to mail something to Cameron. So, got some things to go out. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click on Icy there. All right. I'm still peeling off matte medium. All right, I'm going to count down. Last chance, get your numbers in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Let me log back in again. All right, here we go. USA only, first person closest to 81 without going over. 81 without going over. All right, let me write this down. Where's my Sharpie go again? 81 without going over. All right, let me scroll back. Scroll back. 81 without going over. Angie had 79. Looks like it might be Angie with 79. Y'all double check. Okay, Angie, you get to pick. Angie, you get to pick. Which one do you want? Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Which one do you want, Angie? And then we're going to do then we'll do international only. I'll start making notes. Number 1. Okay, so Angie wants this one. Okay, so I'm going to stick your name on the back. Okay, so that one's taken. Let me just move it out of the way because I don't want anyone to think they can pick that one. Okay. Now we're going to do same thing. International only. 1 to 100. First person. Wait till I type in go. First person closest without going over can pick 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And again, these are still, they're all wet still. So congratulations, Angie. Okay, wait a minute. All right, there you go. International only, 1 to 100. Y'all going to have to think if y'all wanted me to do any show and tell or anything after this, because this was all I had planned for the day. So if y'all want to see or talk about or show and tell anything else, you'll have to ask me after we're done. Okay? All right, I'm trying to get all the sticky bits off here. All right, I'm going to count down. Get your numbers in. Still peeling. Feel like all right, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Bring up my random again. All right, we're going to pick a new number. First person closest to 72 without going over. 72 without going over. Okay, so Joanne and Raul both have 69. Raul has it first. So I'm going to let him pick, and then Joanne, I'm going to let you pick. And then Ann Makes has 67. So I'm going to give away extras today for the international. Okay, Raul, you got it first. You're the closest first, Raul. So you get to pick first. Which one do you want? Okay. You get to pick first, Raul, and then Joanne after that. Okay. So, Raul, which one do you want? And then Joanne and Ann Makes, y'all be thinking of what you want afterward. Well, I wasn't going to give away extras, but I'm going to today. So, Raul said 6. Okay, so Raul wants 6. I'm going to stick that on the back there. All right. It's wet, so I have to be extra careful. Okay, Joanne, which one do you want? Number 3. Joanne wants 3. All right, and that leaves Ann Makes. Ann Makes, which one do you want? I'm moving those out of the way. Ann Makes, number 2. Okay, Ann Makes wants this one. Okay, and then is View still here? View, are you still here? View said one of these looked like her cousin. I don't remember which one she said. So View, you tell me. View's US. So View, if you're still here, tell me which one you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick one for you. I think she said this guy here. I think she said this guy reminded her of her cousin. I'm pretty sure. Do y'all remember? But I don't know if she's still here. Number 5, yeah. Okay, we're going to give you this one. Hopefully that's the right guy. We're matching you up with this guy, View. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep this nice gentleman. Okay, there we go. She'll be surprised if she's already gone. All right, and then I will keep this guy. All right. Let's get rid of all this sticky stuff here. All right. Now, do y'all have any questions, comments? You want to see anything, do anything, talk about anything? Could you talk about matte medium? Yeah, I'm not sure how it works as a glue. It just does. But I've talked about it lots of times. I'll show y'all both things that I use. My matte medium is golden matte medium. You do not have to get this giant bottle. This is what Janet gets me for my birthday every year. And I use the whole thing. She actually gets me 2. But I go through the matte medium. So anyway, golden matte medium is what I use for the glue. Now, do I always use matte medium on every single collage project I do? No. Like if I'm doing little postcards, if I'm just doing some little postcards or something, I'll use, I'll use the art glitter and just glue things down. But the thing about the matte medium is when you coat something with it and it dries, it has to dry. But then you can go over things like with pencil. Pencil will go over on top of the matte medium. Especially if you start with some shiny papers or something like that. If you put golden matte medium over your shiny papers and then want to do pencil or other things, then it works as a glue and as a sealer and as a base for you to do something on top of. Then after everything's said and done, which like he's sitting here with the coat of this on, this Deco Art Americana Dura Clear High Gloss. It is a water-based varnish and it's gloss. So all these, like, let me get me here, these postcards that I did last week, I went ahead and varnished these. See? So these are varnished with this varnish. And as long as you let it dry, it's not sticky at all. There's no sticky to this at all. It's almost like, it feels almost like plastic. It almost feels like plastic. It's not sticky at all. Okay. And the other thing about the golden matte medium, which View found out because she did a video on it, after I told her, View, and she knew she wanted to just use up her Mod Podge, but she found out if you use, like, there's some things you could probably use besides golden, but Mod Podge isn't one of them. If you use this in your art journals, as long as you let it dry 100%, and that's the same for this, you can also varnish your art journal pages. As long as they're dry 100%, they will not stick together. Okay, but you have to let them dry. Okay, so let's see. You said you finished a coloring bit. Okay, I'll show that. Yes, Susan. So you could talk about, okay, I did the matte medium. Napkin journal. My old napkin journal, Riri. Oh my gosh, Riri. So I haven't even done I haven't even done a napkin journal page in probably some years. Probably a couple years. All right, let me show you the color book page. Where'd I put it? Here we go. So hang on, let me find it here. I've got a little bit of tweaking to do, but other than that, where are you? There it is. So it was out of the book, and I gave away all the books that our Faithful Mess sent us. Why can't I flip right to it? Hang on. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So our Faithful Mess gave us 4 Moon Valley books, and I gave 3 away and kept 1. So they've all been given away already. But so here we go. There's the page, and I did it like a scribbly edge to finish off the background, kind of like a moss or something, you know. So there's that. I've not finished the Magical World page that Tina, from the book Tina gave me. Let's see what else. All right. Looking for any more questions. We try to go to 11, so we have 10 minutes. So if y'all have anything you want to ask it for 10 minutes. You just got Moon Valley yesterday. Oh, okay. You got it, Beth? Okay. Beth was one that won the Moon Valley. She got hers in. And 2 other people. They had to be U.S. International people. I gave away some pages from the Jeff. Can't think of his name right now. But anyway, I gave away some Jeff art pages for the international people because can't mail books international. You can scribble. There you go, Barbara. Well, I like to do, I used to do a lot of it in my calligraphy. Let me get a little piece of paper here. I'll show y'all. Yeah, when I did calligraphy, let me just get do I have a pen here to do a brush something with? Do I have something here? It's not a brush one. Let me find a brush marker here. Where's my Sharpie brush? That's up here. Let's just get well, no, I'll be messing up my camera to get that. Hang on. Here we go. Here's a Tombow. So, like if I did a brush I mean, calligraphy with, it wouldn't have been brush back then. It would have been, what do you call it? Uh, ink and a dip pen. And I would use, like a tiny little like this. And let's just say that this had a flowery border around it. Was like this was an illuminated letter or something. Then what I would do is do moss. And here, let me zoom in. I would do moss details, like little tiny moss. I just scribble it like this, and then I'd have, let me come down here, and then I'd have it hang down. And it would take a minute, no lie. I'll hold it up to the camera here in a second. But I would do a lot of little moss along the edges and borders, and with maybe some little flowers in there. I'll show you. I'll put a couple little flowers in here. And it just made a real nice little border or a little detail on your calligraphy illuminated letter. So then I put some dots. And of course, I take more time than I'm showing you here, but just so you get the idea. And then let's get a... Oh, I splatted it. That's okay. It gives you the idea, though. I splatted this one. So I would do calligraphy and then do the moss like this and scribble. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Kat put a link to the Moon Valley coloring book. Do I have any more questions? I'm scrolling back. I don't think I see any more questions. Let me get a sip of my water here. Let's see. Dot's doing a fabric collage for a Stitchers exhibition in August. Will it be online? Will the submissions or anything be online, Dot, so we can see them? See if she has a, she wants to promote it, shout it out, and we can go look for it. And anything else? Any more questions, comments? You'll show. Okay. If you want to, you can email it to me, Dot, and can you email it to me and I will show it out. I'll show it on stream. I don't think you're on IG. Are you, Dot? Are you on IG? Let's see. Patty. Hi, Patty. All right. So anything else? Okay. Yeah. Just email me your picture when you're done, Dot, and we'll shout you out. And if y'all like to do brush lettering, we haven't done brush lettering in a long time either. We haven't done anything out of the fashion magazines to help you draw better. There's videos. I've done videos on that too, but we haven't done it lately. And Pamela, thank you again for my Distress ink refill. It was on my porch this morning from Amazon. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Starla. Everybody was going, well, Starla wanted to go, and so wanted this, and Arlene wanted. I tried to give y'all everybody what they wanted. Barbara, have you got yours yet, Barbara? Chicken Pot Pie Society. I forget which one it was you wanted, but I think I gave everybody the bookmarks that they wanted. So, Barbara, I hope you got yours, or if not, it should be there soon because that went to Canada. So, sip of water here. Have you ever shown a studio? Beth, what? Yeah, I have in a sense. Sometimes at the end of a stream, I'll take my camera off my my hanging thing here and just do a little tour around. But as far as like official video tour, nah, I'm not good at vlogging where I have to stop and just no. I've shown my studio, and I've shown pictures of the studio. I'll take pictures and show them on camera. But have I done a complete studio tour just as a whole video? No, I don't think so. All right. Congratulations, Angie, for getting a win today, a giveaway. Let's see. Nothing yet, even though I'm okay. Well, it's on the way, Barbara. I know takes some time to get up there. Let's see. You're welcome. Don't forget, Devin comes on at 3 Eastern. And I'm not sure if Ann Lar sometimes pops in here, but she plays bridge in between me and Devin. And then whatever time she has in between, she'll come on. But I'm never sure exactly what time. If she's not here to shout out if she's going to actually stream that day, I never know. Let's see. Who else? Mama Juju. Okay, well, anybody else got last questions? Thanks, CB. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, CB. So, Janet put in Devin's channel down there. Thanks for being here, Flo. And thank you, Flo and Barbara are both really encouraging. If y'all have Flo or Barbara in your channels, y'all got some special people helping your channel. Believe it, whether they're modding or not. I do have to finish I want to try to do that. I don't know, maybe this weekend. I want to try to finish Xandra's puppy. It's probably about maybe 75% done. So I want to finish that. Looking around, do I have anything else to show? Oh, I did hang on, where is it? I'll show that later. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Janet. We're getting there, Xandra. I don't want to rush. I want to take my time and do Zoe proud. So, okay, guys. Well, I guess we'll head on out. It's 11. And again, Devin's on at 3. I need to take a picture of I have to put all my girls. Oh, that one, of course, my little name thing. I'm gonna make sure all the names are on the back, and I'll take a picture of this for a thumbnail. All my let's see if I can get them all on here. Should be one more. Yeah, there it is. Okay. There we go. Do a little thumbnail here. And then this book, let me take all the stuff out of it so I can take a good picture. The iPad, too much shuffling here. Let's see, I think if I do this, let's see, let's put one of the girls up here. They're not quite, I don't know, I hope they're not going to be too cloudy, because these 3 haven't had a time to set up yet. All right, I think this should be good. Let's see. For a thumbnail. And I will post. I'll wait till these dry a little bit, and I'll post them on IG later. Let's see here. There we go. So I'll post them up on IG later. So, okay, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for all your support. And, thanks, Devin. Thank you, guys. And we will see you all later. And have a good rest of your week. Bye, guys.